Hi, I am Tapan Chakraborty. Welcome to my channel Fly with Tapan. Here I discuss aviation and space related topics. If you are interested to know about this world, then please subscribe now and hit the bell icon. Every Tuesday I upload an interesting video. Suddenly Hamas attacks Israel with thousands of rockets. Straightaway Israel declared a full-fledged war against Hamas and retaliated with airstrike in Gaza. Bombs and missiles are used for destroying targets. This is a time to know about these armament stores, which are extensively used here. Today we will discuss armament stores like bombs, rockets and missiles, how they differ from each other and their pros and cons. This is a general type of aerial bomb. Aerial bomb means the bombs which are dropped from air or from aircraft. This is a suspension lug used to suspend the bomb underneath the wing or fuselage bomb rack. Inside it contains high explosives. To explode the explosives, a fuse is fitted in the nose of the bomb. The fuse contains a very small quantity of explosives, which is very sensitive. On impact on target, the explosive inside the fuse will explode fast, and then it will make the main filling explosive to explode. Without the fuse, the bomb will not explode, even though it may be dropped from the aircraft. So loading, unloading, maintenance work and transportation of bomb carried out without fuse to ensure safety. Fuse fitment done at the last stage, just before takeoff of aircraft. This is a tail unit. It can be fixed or detachable. It gives stability to the bomb to maintain the flight trajectory after the bomb is released from aircraft. Advantages of the bomb. Net explosive content ratio is very high, as there is no other mechanism. Therefore, it has massive destruction power, used for heavy target like runway, military construction, underground bunker, etc. Disadvantage of bombs. Don't have a propulsion system, therefore it is to be carried over the target by pilot and aircraft and having a risk of getting shot down by enemy's anti-aircraft system. As bombs are generally unguided, so accuracy level is less. But with the technological advancement, nowadays guided bombs are being manufactured, laser guided or GPS based. Guided bombs are very accurate and can hit the target with a pinpoint accuracy. Now if you remove the tail unit and fit a propelling device or the rocket engine to propel the bomb, it will turn into a rocket. Here the bomb is called warhead. Rocket 2 has the fins at the rear to stabilize it in flight. A large caliber rocket can be launched from separate launcher or it can be launched from a multi-barrel launching system. Rocket can be launched from ground or from aircraft. Rocket launches from aircraft are generally of small caliber or diameter. Here is a multi-barrel rocket launcher of fighter aircraft. But with the advancement of electronics warfare, aircraft's rockets are becoming less and less important today as they are unguided. But surface-to-surface rockets are being used extensively in modern war. Pros and cons. Simple in construction, easy to carry multiple barrel launchers loaded with rockets on a vehicle. Risk-free operation as it can be fired from far away. The biggest disadvantage is that it is unguided. Hence, it cannot hit with pinpoint accuracy. That's why it is generally fired in a lot to cover certain area. As it accommodates the rocket engine, which occupies a large space, the warhead becomes comparatively smaller, so the destruction power is also less. Rocket also has a fuse in their nose to explode the warhead. Now comes the missile. It is the most complex equipment. Tons of technology put into it. The military capability of a nation depend upon what type of missile it has in their inventory. Lots of research and development work are going on to make more and more advanced missiles. If you put a guidance system in a rocket, it becomes a missile. Now, depending on what type of guidance system, it can be classified into two following categories: the heat-seeking missile or the IRS and the radar-guided. Besides these, there are some more guidance systems like GPS, laser-guided, camera-guided, etc. We will see how heat-seeking and radar-guided missiles work. The heat-seeking or IRS missile, it has 5 sections: the homing head, the control section, the warhead, the fuse section, and the rocket engine. Any source which produces heat, it produces IRS also. The homing head of a heat-seeking missile can detect the source of heat and also can calculate the position with respect to missile. The source of heat can be an aircraft engine in air, engine of a vehicle on ground, or an artillery tank. All these have engines which burn fuels and produce heat, and they are potential target in war. Now, after detecting the target and its location, the control section will modulate the signal and it will generate the command to move the steering actuator or the control surfaces to turn the missile towards the target. This way, missile follows the source of heat or the target. On reaching the target, the fuse will explode the warhead and the target will be destroyed. There are three types of fuse fitted in warhead of a missile to explode it in different situations. First, the impact fuse. It will function on impact. Second, the radio proximity fuse. It keeps on transmitting the radio signal. If missile misses the target and pass within a certain distance of the target, the fuse will receive the reflected back radio signal and it will function and make the warhead to explode and destroy the target. Third is the self-destruction fuse. When missile totally misses the target, after a pre-decided time, the fuse will explode the missile warhead in air. This is to avoid destruction to our own territory. Pros and cons of heat-seeking missile. Among other missiles, this is the simplest one, very effective in close-range fighting, difficult to pick up, trace and jammed by enemy radar as they are heat-based guidance. Disadvantage. They can be easily misguided by creating another source of heat by firing flares. Though some advanced heat-seeking missile can distinguish between heat source of target and proxy heat source created by firing flares. Next comes the radar-guided missile. Instead of picking up the heat like heat-seeking missile, here it picks up the radar signal and get guided. Some radar source has to illuminate the target with radar beam and the missile will pick up the reflected radar beam and will follow the target. To illuminate the target, it can be a ground radar, it can be the missile itself or the chasing aircraft. If aircraft illuminates the target, then it has to follow the missile till it hit the target. In other two methods, it is fire and forget type. Advantages of radar guided missile. Very accurate, can be lock on target from a very long distance. Simultaneously can track multiple target. Tracking and firing is not affected by bad weather like snow, clouds, rain, etc. The disadvantage. The system is more complex and sophisticated than the heat-seeking missile, thereby more costly. Chances of getting traced and jammed by enemy anti-missile radar system. If you feel the information I shared with you is valuable and interesting, then please consider subscribing to my channel.